So Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out real soon, guys. I promise. Kingdom Hearts 4 is obviously going for a very different feel and a very different tone than what previous Kingdom Hearts games have gone for in the past. That comes first and foremost in the art style that they're going for. We're going for more of a realistic looking tone, more akin to the Final Fantasy games, than the more Disney cartoony style that we have gone with in the previous game. We're going into a whole new saga of games as well, and we do have a small little glimpse of gameplay in that trailer, and while it is rooted in the original Kingdom Hearts gameplay, it does seem a lot more bombastic and crazy and all over the place. That is a concept trailer just showing what kind of stuff they want to put into the game, not wholly representative of what the final game is going to be, so we could have a lot of drastic changes when it comes to that as well. To put it simply, things are changing.
What? A thing changed? I don't like things changing. I don't like things changing. No changes. I don't like no changes. Changing. No.
And hey, there's nothing wrong with change. Change is necessary. Change is good. Change is what needs to happen in order for a series to evolve and not stay stagnant. Not to say that the Disney art style or anything is bad, of course. You know, that's classic. That's great. I love it. But, of course, if they want to mature the series and take it into a new direction, they're going to have to change things up a bit. And if this is the direction they're going with, I'm all on board with it. I have no doubt they'll do a good job of transitioning it over. There are still a lot of unknowns, though, like what kind of worlds are going to be in this game. We kind of assume it's going to be live action stuff because of the art style that they're going for in this game, but we're not too sure exactly. We don't know exactly what characters are going to be in there yet. We have a few characters confirmed like Sora, Tetsuya, Donald, Goofy, Yozora, but not exactly too sure. A lot of unknowns with this game still. One thing that is heavily alluded to is that this game is going to be taking heavy inspiration from Final Fantasy Versus XIII, which, if you don't know, is the original version of Final Fantasy XV before it transitioned over from the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4. It became a number title, and Tetsuya Nomura left the project. Versus XIII was kind of a passion project for Tetsuya Nomura. It was something that he worked very hard on. He was the director for it. He put a lot of years of work into that game before he ultimately left it, and I don't know if the final version of 15 is exactly what he envisioned for the game, but definitely something that he wants to seek to completion, it seems like. The whole story of 15 in Versus 13's development is just one of the saddest stories out there. If you have time, look up videos on YouTube about it. It's pretty sad. Because at the end of Yozora's boss battle in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, it shows him in the back of a car, kind of emulating some of the trailers for Versus 13, and also a lot of the character designs for the other characters in Verum Rex resemble Versus 13 and 15 characters. So maybe he sees Kingdom Hearts 4 as a way to get out some of those ideas for Versus 13 that he had and try to make something of them in a different game. Now, I think it'd be really cool to see some more Final Fantasy elements come into Kingdom Hearts if they want to mature the series a little bit. Also getting more to the roots of the series because Kingdom Hearts is a mix of Disney and Final Fantasy. You know, I've been playing Final Fantasy 16 over these past couple weeks, and it's been the bomb. Everyone's talking about, oh my god, I'm so lonely. I'm so sad. Dude, who needs a woman when you have Final Fantasy 16 right there? Final Fantasy 16. I don't know what a woman is. Anyways, I think it would be a nice addition to have some of those elements in Kingdom Hearts 4. But again, we're focusing mainly on Versus 13 for this video, so what can he do for that? Now, of course, you can't just have an entire story of another game plopped into another game with its own different story going on. That would be a little bit overkill, I think. They are going to have to blend these stories together in some way, make them go alongside each other in some way, tell the same story, change it up a bit, make it fit into the Kingdom Hearts mold, and make it fit into this Kingdom Hearts story specifically, and I think that would be golden. If you take another look at the Verum Rex trailer, we see Yozora there, obviously, the main character of all that, and I guess the new version of Noctis that he's using for this. The other characters that are there that are obviously based on these Versus 13 characters, just with slightly different designs. We don't know their names yet or anything like that. I don't think they've been named at all. They emulate the same kind of feel as a lot of the other people in your party. And we have a woman who is obviously emulating what Stella would have been in Versus 13. Another thing that connects Verum Rex to Versus 13 is that Verum Rex means true king in Latin, and that is one of the main story elements of what Versus 13 would have been, and eventually Final Fantasy 15 as well. So another connection right there. So a way I think they can go about it in this game is that have all of those characters that were in Verum Rex alongside Sora for this adventure, whatever their names are, whether they go with the Prompto or Ignis or whatever. I think they should maybe be in your party during this time. Obviously, Donald and Goofy aren't there. Maybe he can just pop a dog and duck off the street and just have it go like that. Some of them might be in your party for some of the game and have them go on some of your adventures like that. We don't know exactly what the structure of this game is going to be. We know there's going to be Disney worlds in there and less of them. Maybe it will be split between the more realistic worlds for Sora and the more cartoony stuff for Donald and Goofy for whatever their adventures are. So maybe if we go along some of the story beats with that, while not being overbearing, just kind of have it be somewhat of a side thing in there and have some sort of payoff at the end with Yozora and the rest of the team. Change up the story a bit to where it can be more of a side plot. Or maybe he just goes full in on it and does a full just recreation of the story for this first part. Hey, if he can find a way to make it work, you know, go more power to him. But we got the Lost Master to go over here. We got Tetsuya. We got to find Sora. We got a lot of other stuff going on in this game, so I don't know if there's room for a full retelling of that. It won't be the same setting as a Versus 13 would be, because that was taking place in the Final Fantasy 13 universe. Obviously, we're going to be in Quadratum for this, which is a whole new thing, but the world of Versus 13 and this are kind of in the same because they're based off of Tokyo, Quadratum being specifically based off of Shibuya in Tokyo. Hell, the tagline for Versus 13 and 15 was a fantasy based on reality. So, Verum trailer took place in that same environment as well. So, you know, all of that connecting to it. I don't know if the mechs will be there. The mechs that we fought in the Toy Story World and Kingdom Hearts 3 that were based off of the Verum game in that universe. A dark side was at least in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, so some sort of Heartless are probably going to be in this game somehow, some way. Don't know fully what enemies are going to be in this game yet. I'm very interested to see what that's going to be. I do think that there will be some elements of Versus 13 implemented in this game, whether it be with the characters, some plot, some locations. Nomura wants to adapt some of those ideas he had for that game into this game. It's very clear from that Secret Yozora ending and the character designs that he had for Verum Rex that some of this stuff is going to be in there somehow, and I can't wait to see what he actually ends up doing with it. He's very creative in making that stuff happen. And plus, it will just be amazing to see Nomura actually be able to actually realize some of his vision for this game. It took a while to get it out. Now that he has full control over this thing, he can actually get something done. It will make me happy to see that he's actually gotten to see it through. My body is ready. You can do it at any time. Anytime, no more. Anytime. That's all I have to say on that. Tell me down in the comments below what you guys want to see from Versus 13 and Kingdom Hearts 4, if anything at all. What do you think he's going to be doing with it? What's some of the stuff that you would like to see? What kind of things you want adapted into Kingdom Hearts 4? Tell me down in the comments below your opinion. Also, make sure to subscribe, like this video, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server. Really awesome if you did. This has been Matt, and I will see you guys in the next video. I actually know what that's going to be. You'll get to see it in a few days. So yeah.